Things are changing a little bit here in Sanur, and there's been a bit of progress around the main streets of Sanur with footpaths and so forth, and that work is ongoing, and there's a new area where the footpaths are being ripped up. So I want to go and have a look at that today, and also check out a couple of places that I haven't been to before for a bite to eat and a bit of coffee. Let's have a bit of a walk around and see what's going on. I'm over here on the west side of the bypass, so that's the Pandey Putri supermarket, which is one of the main ones over here. That is the B+ Italian cafe restaurant thing, which has only been there less than a year now, I think. Yes, fairly new. That's really popular, like really, really popular. It seems to be that people are going there every morning for their brekkie, but then at lunchtime and dinner time, it's also busy as well. So that's interesting. I actually didn't realise it was going to be that popular. I didn't really think it was going to be. When I saw it being built, I thought, oh, another Italian place, this is going to fail. But it's actually done really, really well. Like, it's really popular, great business idea. And I suppose that leads into the discussion about what sort of food and beverage establishments work outside of the main tourist zones. That's the question. I would have thought that was a little bit too modern, that place, a little bit too expensive to work outside of the tourist zones, but it's like my assessment's totally wrong. Like, I've got no idea, clearly, because it is doing very well. And the reason I say this, because most of the places on this side of the bypass are a little bit more low-key. They're often more local style, so a cafe might be more local style, not be as fancy, be a bit cheaper. The food won't be as sharp and as modern as what you'd get elsewhere in Bali, and especially down near the beach. That's normally what happens on this side of the bypass, mainly because the foreigners who live here, you know, don't want to spend a heap of money every day and just want something casual. They don't need to be wowed by stuff all the time. But also, the locals don't want to blow their budget on expensive cafes for every meal either. Now, with that in mind, hello, what's your name?
Putu.
Putu, hello Putu.
Halo.
Salam kenal.
Ya, siapa nama Anda?
Saya Adam.
Oh, senang bertemu Adam.
Ya, Putu dari mana aslinya?
Saya dari Gianyar.
Gianyar.
Ya, saya kerja di sini.
Oh ya?
Ya.
Senang ketemu Putu ya.
And senang juga ketemu Adam.
Ya, oke, mari Bu.
Enjoy
Ya.
and success.
Yeah, thank you. You too. Bye-bye. Oh, that's the coconut place. They do heaps of good coconut stuff. And then here is your jamu place. Look at this. All the bottles of jamu. Halo, Pak. Aku mau coba satu kunyit asam ya.
Yeah.
Kunyit asam is, how do I say that? Well, the asam part is asam Jawa ya, Pak?
Yeah.
Yeah, so there is, what's asam Jawa? Kalau bahasa Inggris, nggak tahu. And then kunyit is turmeric. So I'm going to do that. Asam Jawa. It's one of those pod things, those sour pod things. So I'm going to get one of those. Doing a hot drink over here of jamu. So jamu is a herbal tonic. And classic in Java, but they do have them over here as well. Look at the different ones they've got. All the different ones you can get for different ailments. If you've got an upset stomach, or you get a headache, or just because you like the taste. Yeah. Sometimes when I've used the word more often in Indonesian, like asam Jawa, I can't remember the English word, so I just had to get on my phone and translate it, and it's tamarind. But I know tamarind as well. I mean, I'm not stupid, but it's just something, it's really different. It's a bit odd sometimes when you're just using a word all the time in one language and you forget it in the other language. Anyway, this is what I've got. Yeah, I've got a little cup here of kunyit asam. It's 5,000 rupiah, and let's give it a go. Ooh. It's slightly warm. It's got a very herbal taste to it, but it has got sugar in it, so it's sweet. And it's got a sharpness to it in terms of the sourness. It's actually quite delicious. Like, I really quite enjoy it. But it's supposed to be good for you as well, because it's got all that turmeric in it. I don't know if it makes your wee go orange. It probably does. Incidentally, you can get one of those bottles. Like, he does takeaway bottles from the cart there. For 10,000, 600ml bottle, which is great value, isn't it? You know, and there's all different types of concoctions that he can whip up based on his expert knowledge from Java. I reckon that deserves an mantap. Very good. Before I got waylaid by that amazing jamu I was talking about, how the style of places just outside the tourist zone is usually a little bit more low-key and not as expensive, a little bit more simple, not trying to be so fancy. The competition's not really stiff or anything like that because there aren't that many places around. Whereas if you go to the tourist side, it's just like chaos, everyone trying to win the business of someone who's only here for a week. So, of course, the style of places is different. Which sort of got me thinking that I should try a place that I've known about ever since I've lived here in Sanur, that I've never gone to, and everyone says I should do. It's a very, I was going to say local style, but it's not local style. It's a Western place that a lot of locals go to and a lot of foreigners go to, and it's cheap, but good. So I'm going to try it out. It's called Warung Bellissimo. I should have gone there a long time ago. Might go and get a coffee and an omelette or something like that. Oh, incidentally, just so you know where I am, I'm on Jalan Muktisari. So that's where that jamu was, connecting Jalan Muktisari to Jalan Batursari. Just turning down here, down Jalan Tirtanadi. And this is the main road, it's like one of the biggest roads on the west side. Because it's the main road that connects the west side to the centre of town, because there are traffic lights here. There are other sort of back ways you can go if you're on foot or even if you're on a motorbike. But if you're in a car or you're a little bit sort of scared by that bypass, you always go to the lights, which is where this sort of road sort of connects up to. This place is fairly new, Danona, another Italian place. Now, for that place, Love and Oven's good as well, cake shop. There's coffee. Danona has really good reviews. I haven't been there yet, but people love that place. Quite a small little joint, and again, another surprise for this side of the bypass, to be honest, really surprising that you would open that up, but well, I think it's probably working. Oh, the dog going crazy here. There he goes, attacking people. Or the chicken being cut up on the side of the road. Yeah, so it's just one of those things. The face of the world is changing, not just Sanur. Everyone's sort of wanting something different, and their tastes are changing. And that might not be you, but there are a lot of people whose tastes are changing. Like for me, I don't need another Italian place because there are heaps of them. But some people do. It does sort of beg the question though, how do these places survive? Is everyone just eating Italian food every night? This is the school, SMKN 3 Denpasar. So it's the third Sekolah Menengah Kejuruan Negeri. And that basically is a school, instead of going to high school, you go to that. Well, I mean, you can still call that high school, but it's sort of more vocational focused for kids who are wanting to go into the vocations after doing their middle school. They'll go there and get into a real job. We don't sort of do that in the West so much anymore. There used to be technical colleges or TAFEs and that sort of stuff that a lot of people used to go to after finishing about year 9 or 10, and I don't really hear of anyone doing that anymore. Even if you go into a trade now, you seem to go to year 12, don't you? And even then, people who are pretty technically minded and good with their hands often won't go into trades anymore, which is a little bit sad because I reckon they're great jobs still. And I think in this age of AI and so forth, those hands-on jobs are going to last a little bit longer than a job like accounting will. All right, that hasn't taken me long to walk there. Bellissimo. 8 a.m. it opens. So I'm going from a brekkie. Look at the sign out the front saying 8 a.m. to 11 a.m. is breakfast time. You get big brekkies and this sort of stuff. I've never been here, so I don't know what the menu's like. Let's have a look. So it's quite a beautiful place. They've got a nice little garden there, and they've got a big seating area here. This is sort of the separate area to the main seating area over there. And they're doing, for breakfast, they're doing what they call the morning breakfast club, which you get bacon, sausage, grilled tomato, scrambled egg, hash browns, fresh fruit, a choice of croissant and a juice. It couldn't be all of that, could it? It'll be one of those. It'd have to be one of those. I reckon. We'll find out because I might get that. 35,000, it's nothing. A big breakfast is 45,000, which gets you a croissant, hash brown, waffle, brown toast, sunny egg, bacon, that's big, 45,000. I mean, that's nothing. Fruit platters, 15,000. In fact, for those prices, I should be coming down here quite often just to get my fruit fixed because that's almost cheaper than I can buy it. Seriously. Pancakes, 30,000. How much is the, I can get a juice for 15. They're seriously good prices, aren't they? People have always said that to me, And I believed them, but until you see it in the flesh, cappuccino 15,000, you don't believe them sometimes. You don't really sort of soak it in. So I'm going to get, I think, that morning breakfast club, see what comes out. All right, so I got myself a cappuccino. That is an old school one. And then I've got, so that's 15,000. And then that came as part of the packet for 35,000. Let's check out this cappuccino. Hot.
Mantap.
It's pretty good. It's pretty good. Like, it doesn't make my top 5, but it doesn't need to for 15,000. Like, I'd be happy to come here for a 15,000 coffee, which is a cappuccino, every single morning. Like, seriously. Like, the other day, I paid 58,000 for a coffee here in Sanur. I can get 4 of these almost for the same price. So, well, let's put it in context. It's actually pretty good, but it's just not my top 5. You know what I'm saying? Give me a little watermelon juice to go. You choose all the different juices, pineapple, all the different fruits, banana, strawberry. I don't know how that goes. Yeah, it's good. So what I don't get though is how you can make a breakfast like I'm getting for 35,000. That includes the juice, bread, and a bunch of meat. That's cheap. All right, here's my brekkie. Bit of brioche toast, bit of scrambled egg. It looks like a couple of chicken sausages, bit of bacon type stuff. I don't know if it's real bacon or not. A couple of tomatoes, hash brown. I mean, plus the drink for 35,000. It's just crazy. Hope it tastes good. Let's check it out. I reckon after this video, a lot of people are going to come here because people can see good food. People know good food when they see it. And the price, well, unbeatable. Let's have a look. It's not very busy either, to be honest. Sausage. That's good. Well seasoned scrambled eggs. Big pile of bacon. That's real bacon. I hope that is 35. It doesn't feel like it could be. I might have read it wrong on the menu. And this whole segment, that look ridiculous. It's like 135 or something. It's good though. That would be more than 135 at some cafes in town. Amazing. Absolutely amazing. There's no tax added to that either. So I've just paid 50,000 for all that food, 2 drinks, which included a cappuccino and a watermelon juice. 50,000, which is less than I paid for a coffee the other day at one of those newer cafes. I mean, it's not as sharp and it's not as trendy, but I actually think that's what people want that come to Sanur. Most people. I mean, maybe the statistics don't back me up because those businesses that are opening, more recently are very busy. But I think the older demographic and those people who have been coming to Bali for quite a while will really appreciate that place. And I would recommend you go there for your brekkie, lunch or dinner, and I reckon you're gonna love it. You're gonna love it, honestly. Brilliant, brilliant. It's funny because I've known about that place for a long time. I've just never been there. I sometimes don't go to places that people say, oh, you gotta go there, you gotta go there. And I think, I'll get to it. But it's been nearly 3 years now that I've been in Bali and they've only just gotten to it. There's another place down here. It used to be called the Man Shed. Now they just call it the Shed Sports Bar. When you're on a motorbike or in a car coming across this intersection, it's just crazy and bedlam and no one really follows any sort of turning rules or anything like that. Coming across as a pedestrian, I reckon. I don't think I've ever come across here as a pedestrian, but it's going to be even worse. Just dash across, I reckon. The main problem is that people coming from Gardenia and wanting to go that way have been lining up for ages to get a bit of a traffic jam coming from that side. And because a lot of the vehicles from over there want to come straight, it sort of blocks those cars from turning right. So what ends up happening is that the cars that want to turn right start forcing their way across. Oh, look at that, I've got a green light there, a green man. That doesn't seem to be correct, does it? Right, there they go, look at this. Yeah, people beeping and stuff occasionally. I'm not one of those, of course. I don't get aggressive on the roads. It's actually a little bit more tame than normal. Coming across here on the motorbike though, I got hit by a truck once. He turned in front of me. I had right of way, but as we know, right of way doesn't really, well, it does apply here, but it sort of doesn't really matter. If you say, oh, I've got the right of way, and then someone hits you, you still have a damaged bike. So that's what happened to me. I had the right of way, but the dude in a truck, which is bigger than the bike, decided that he wanted to turn it. I stopped in time, but then he just kept coming and then just sort of brushed up against my front fender. It didn't do much damage. So the footpath that's being ripped up at the moment is on Jalan Danau Poso. It's been on the cards for quite a while now, and it's already been going for at least a couple of weeks already. I want to sort of see what the status is right now. I'm in two minds about whether I should go to Gardenia first for a bit of cake or go straight up the road. Like here, so I'm outside, like that's jungle paddle there. That's all dug up around there. Probably should go up there actually, because that is worth having a look at. My suspicion was I should go down that little side street and hook back around, but because the footpath destruction is so widespread, I've got to show you it. So there's Sanur Paddle Club. I don't know how you get over to the parking area there now. That's all totally blocked because it's all been ripped up. That's all ripped up now. That footpath, I'll go and show you. Have a look at me. Yeah, well, that's a bit of an issue, isn't it? That whole situation again, where they go and rip up the whole footpath and then they don't do it in sections. Anyway, hopefully it's a bit quicker this time. So the last time they did this, it took about 6 months up on the main street, Jalan Danau Tumblingan, but hopefully this is a quicker one. You can see the footpath over here, like it had already, that wall there had already sort of partially collapsed anyway, the guttering wall, so obviously needed to be redone. You've got trees growing into the gutter and it sort of, needed to be done. And of course, if they're going to do the footpaths on top of it, you've got to do the guttering beneath it as well. Well, that's interesting. That place runs its drain straight into there. I wonder if that's a toilet drain. Interesting. That's a good place. Babi guling Kania. They do a good babi guling over there. Oh yeah. They're looks like they're making a bit of progress, I guess. Putting a little the boxes in there so they can, I guess, re-concrete the edges. That's what it looks like they're doing. This is Warung Blanjong on the right. Sadly, their parking's sort of been taken away for the time being. That place is good over there. Warung Jawa Moro Senang Bu Selamat. Very good food, local food. Freshly cooked. Well, it's not freshly cooked. It's cooked regularly throughout the day because a lot of people go there. They're re-cooking stuff all the time. All right, we'll keep going. Follow this construction guy who's carrying rocks. So that down there is Jalan Suramala. Yeah, you'll all know that road because that's where like places like Curry Traders is and Cambodia Guest House. But we'll keep walking along Jalan Danau Poso, have a look what the situation is. There doesn't seem to be that many workers here. Hello. Bit of concreting going on. The edges are all getting done, making progress. Oh, that's Stumpy's bar. That was burnt down sadly a couple of months ago. Interesting thing about Stumpy's bar, I actually interviewed Stumpy himself at his house and went over his whole life story basically. And I was going to release a video, that whole video, like a few days before his bar burnt down. And when the bar burnt down, I didn't go ahead with that because obviously he had a lot more going on than wanting to think about this video going up. And obviously there are complications as well when you're in business here in Indonesia as well. I actually want to get back in touch with Stumpy again. And what I might do is get like put a video up that sort of half before when his bar burnt down and then the after. And he can go through what he's thinking about in terms of doing business here and that sort of stuff, because it was a tragic story, really. Luckily, no one got hurt. Betty Bake, hello. Staff over there having a bit of a wave over at me. They're nice over there, those people, and they do some good sandwiches and baked goods there as well. Been around for a while that now. I think it's a couple of years at least. All right. So the footpath all on this side is gone. But interestingly, the other side of the road still has a footpath in most areas. Like, of course, there's a temple over the footpath there, but that's understandable. But the rest of the footpath is totally intact. So it's easy to get up and down this road, or as easy as it was before, just walking the other side of the road. I reckon there were probably some lessons learned from the previous footpath redoing on Jalan Danau Poso. I mean, you'd have to learn your lesson because it was done pretty poorly in terms of staging. Finished results, brilliant. And that's what we're going to get here as well, these flat footpaths over renovated drainage. Hopefully it helps with some of the flooding issues around town as well. I wonder if I can walk along this concrete now. I mean, there's a few little trapdoors there, but I reckon it's probably okay. Yeah, this is fine. Just don't come down here at night. Like you'll be walking along with your significant other and then you'll just go. Hang on, I'm getting off there. That one was a bit goyang, a bit sort of wobbly, a bit shaky. Oh, that's all the curbing as well. They've got all that precast as well, which is pretty cool. I know that these things, they must be able to buy them off the shelf because at my house, out the front of my house, they redid the road and they had similar blocks that looked really similar and they just sort of like assemble them like Lego pieces in the end. They didn't even concrete them together or anything. They just sort of put them down and over time they'll probably get loose. Well, this is all very good, isn't it? I mean, in time, this is going to look absolutely amazing. Absolutely amazing. It's sort of leading the way, isn't it, Sanur? Here we go, there's a bit of the guttering getting done over here. It's sort of leading the way, isn't it, compared to other places in Bali, I think? They seem to really be trying to get this whole situation with footpaths done properly. And they did a very good job on that main road in the end. And this one's another good one, it looks like. I wonder if they'll do the other side of the road. I mean, even if they didn't, at least you've got one side that's going to be absolutely flat. And if you've got a pram or a wheelchair, it'll be really easy to get along here. I'm actually coming up to that southern roundabout now. Turn left, you go up to Jalan Danau Poso, which is the main road in Sanur. At the roundabout, I actually just turned right down Jalan Cemara because at the end of here, there's that Gardenia place, which has been around a long time, and a lot of people, like a lot of you watching, will know it. But I just wanted to go there and get a piece of cake. Now you're probably thinking, hang on, you've just had breakfast, but what you don't know is that I didn't eat all of that breakfast. I had about 80% of it, so I deserve a bit of dessert, I reckon. I've been thinking a little bit about language in recent times, and someone mentioned that I should document all the words that I say in my videos in a document. I've already actually got a document somewhere on a Google Drive that I sort of offered up to people at one stage, but I never updated it. And what I should do is update it and then provide that to people. Well, that's not a bad idea. So I might do that, but what I was thinking also was some of the words that are really important are those descriptive words. When you want to, like you're in a shop and the person says, which one do you want? And you want to describe what it is that you want, like a big one, a small one, that sort of thing. And those sorts of words where you have opposites become really, really valuable and useful, or berguna, here in Indonesia. And so, for example, the word besar is big. So if someone says, what sort of beer do you want? You say besar, or kecil for small. But there's so many words like that. When you think about the road or the jalanan, is it sempit or lebar? Is it narrow? I was going to say skinny. Is it narrow or is it wide? Is the person tinggi or pendek, tall or short? Here's a good one that's got a bit loaded as well. Oh, I might just stop in for a coffee. Got a bare bottle. This is a good place for a coffee. So, sorry, what's your story?
Oh, we're from Australia. We were like needed a coffee and we found your video.
Really? Because I haven't come here very much on camera.
Oh, okay.
So you must have seen one of the few videos that I did about this place.
I'm on YouTube.
You're on YouTube. These guys here also have seen some of my videos as well. Is that right? Where are you guys from?
Australia, Perth.
Perth? Yeah, nice. All right. Lots of Perth people come here.
Yeah.
Hey.
From the sunny coast.
Oh, hang on, there's some more people over there. Hang on, there's a whole cafe full of people. So I was rude and I didn't introduce these guys. So, sorry, your name is?
Mitch.
Mitch?
Doug.
Doug?
Naomi.
Naomi? I didn't get Coco.
Dale?
G'day, Dale.
Dusty.
G'day, Dusty. I've actually got a viewer of the channel. His name's Dusty Dingo, so you can be Dusty Dingo's twin. Great. I've just actually had a really good conversation with these guys, and as I was doing that, I was sculling my coffee, so I didn't get a chance to do an mantap, so I'm sorry about that. Good coffee, 35,000 for a coffee here. One of my favourite coffees in all of Sanur. All right, let's continue on down here. So it looks like, although I've just been stopped by a heap of people there, the most I've probably ever been stopped by. Like I was in that cafe probably, I don't know, an hour. It must have been over 10, well, easily over 10 people, maybe 15, 20 people sort of came up and said hello today. And it might be the time of day that I'm out. What time is it? 10:20? Well, I don't know, it's still pretty early. That's interesting. I wonder why I'm getting stopped so much today. Anyway, really appreciate you saying hello to me while I'm out and about anyway. So the footpath down here in Jalan Cemara still hasn't been done. I had heard they were doing this as well, but with a lot of the information that I get around the place, I find that you can't rely on the information until action starts. Not because people are wrong necessarily with their information, but because things change all the time here in Bali. Things change. You'll get plans that are like concrete, rock solid, and it's going to start on this date, and then it doesn't for some reason, and that's just the way it is. So we'll see what happens with this footpath. This isn't a bad footpath anyway, actually. Well, it's not the end of the world. I mean, it is a bit busted up in parts, and getting down here with a wheelchair or a pram could be tough, and if you're a bit sort of uneasy on your feet, you might fall into a hole. But apart from that, better than most Bali sort of footpaths. That's Jungle Tree across there. They are mainly known for their food at dinner time, Indonesian food. It's restaurant style, reasonable prices, unreal flavours. But I have also been told that even in the morning, going there for a coffee is quite pleasant as well. So maybe that's a place to check out as well for a coffee in the morning. The reason I mention some of these places is I know that even though you might get breakfast included in whatever sort of hotel deal you've got or guest house deal, sometimes it's really not what you want, or it's the coffee might be a little bit rough, or, you know, like I often will just go, I want to go out for my breakfast. So going to somewhere like Bear Bottle for breakfast, amazing. And yeah, Jungle Tree, apparently pretty good too. There's this thing here, which is starting up with sort of Celtic designs on the stained glass windows. Enormous amount of money has gone into this. It's got like a castle like roof on it. It is odd. Like I've got to say, like that is quite odd. I'm not sure what it is. It's almost like one of those things from Disneyland, isn't it? Massive big doors on it. I heard it was going to be an Irish bar or something like that, but we are hiring the Irishman. There you go, it's going to be called the Irishman. I'm not sure how that's going to go, actually. It'll be interesting to see. Like I'd be hopeless at business, because my predictions about these sorts of things is usually pretty much off base. So whatever I say about it is going to be wrong. So I won't make a comment at all, but it will be interesting to see how it goes in the end. This road that I'm going down here, this is actually the road that if you follow it all the way, it goes down to Pantai Mertasari. It also goes to the Mercure Hotel up here. And as you go down, there are a couple of roads that you can nick to the left and head straight down to the beach on. So yeah, this is actually a road that most people would never get down. Even if you've been here a lot, you'll probably never walk down this road. But it's a nice, pleasant road. There's not much down here. But there is a couple of things that I want to sort of point out. One of them is a reading room, or sort of little bookshop type thing that has classes and stuff. That's just over there. But first I want to get into this place, which is the Gardenia Guest House and Cafe. This is another place that I already know is good because of their sort of outlook and the recommendations that I've had from other people. It is very peaceful, a garden feel, and the road out the front's not that busy. So apparently here they are famous for their lemon meringue pie. Look at the size of that. That is huge. Oh, it's hard to say because I've actually got pretty big hands, but that is a big lemon meringue pie. Let's give it a go. That meringue is huge. Okay. That's too much to put in my mouth. That's good, really good. What I like about it, again, there's this thing that I've been sort of thinking about in recent times, and I haven't always said it in my videos, but I'm looking for places with soul. And soul doesn't always mean the best flavour on a technical level. I want a place that's got feeling behind it. This place has feeling. Good flavour too. Also got myself a ginger fizz, 38,000. Let's give it a go. Ooh, you can taste the ginger in that. And it's not too sweet either, which I like. I don't always want a really sweet drink. Is that lemongrass? It is too. Bit of lemongrass, bit of ginger. Beautiful combo. Oh, a dog. Good ginger fizz. Hello. What's your name? What are you doing? Hello. You're so cute. So cute. Okay, that lemon meringue pie, 45,000, but it could feed like 3 people. Massive. I couldn't finish it. The thing about that place is total peace and quiet, stillness, and you just sit there and feel all the stress drain away. Really like that. It has some heart to it, even though there's not much going on. I really like it. I really like that place. I could see myself going back there again easily. I'm trying to mix up the modernity with the soul and the vibe of Bali of old, and I am torn between two worlds, and that's okay. I'm gonna go down to the beach now, down this little area. Now this little road here goes all the way down to, I don't know if you remember, there's a thing called Area Bermain, which is the play area. It's like a kid's swing set right in front of the beach between the Mercure Hotel, which is just over that side, and then there's a few other things over that side, like the cafe and then the Prama Hotel as well. So we'll go down here and have a look at what the beach is like today. The weather today is pretty good. Like, it is warm, but it's always warm here, but it's not hot. Like, it's totally pleasant to walk around. I'm not really even sweating very much at the moment. Like, I'd normally be dripping buckets, but at the moment, I'm feeling pretty good. It's one of those days, a bit of a breeze in the air as well. Okay, down to the beach. So on my left is a thing called Retro Beach, which is like part of that retro kitchen type arrangement. So that is pretty good food there, down on the beach here. And sometimes I hear people actually talking about this area being called Retro Beach, but I don't think that's strictly correct. Anyway, we'll have a look down at the beach here. So this is a story down at the beach in Sanur today, and it is just another glorious day. Gee, we've had such a great run of weather this year. There's hardly been any rain, which is good and bad, isn't it? Coming on holiday, you don't want rain, but we do need a bit of rain to keep the plants alive, and there has been a little bit of that, but not heaps. It's just been beautiful as well with that breeze. I can't remember it feeling this nice. Maybe I was just getting used to the, or maybe I was a bit sick of the hot weather over the hot season, because that hot, wet season was a really hot one this year, and this contrast with this beautiful breeze blowing is really nice. Loving walking around Sanur and just taking it all in and exploring new places, which, well, they're not new, they're new to me, and they're probably new to you as well, but just having a look around. And that's a good thing about Sanur. You can always come here and find something a little bit different if you want it, or you can go back to your old favourites. Thank you very much for coming along for the ride today here in Sanur, and thanks for watching. Thanks to all the members as well who have signed up recently. I really appreciate your support, because it does help me get out and about and visit these new places and help other people who want to come to Sanur see what it's like. Thanks for watching. Make sure you hit that subscribe button to keep up to date with all things Sanur and the rest of Indonesia. I'll catch you next time, and sampai jumpa.